Hi, Sarah Smallhouse here, and I'm giving you a tour of my self-affirming icebreaker through my humanized course. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Go ahead and find it in my assignments. So this self-affirming icebreaker is an assignment that is designed to help students bring their personal values into the course and then help them connect to each other and their values in this way. So I wanted to do this, tailor it to art, since it's an art appreciation course. So, but I love this concept. So we're going to use Flipgrid, and I share the prompt down below. And I basically borrowed the template assignment from my humanizing faculty, Suzanne Joachim and Shel Bronsky, and I really like what they designed here. And then I created a little video introduction to the assignment because I'm trying to kind of bring in more of this humanized idea, right? So yes, there is a written prompt down below, but I thought, since it is going to be one of the first, assignments, why not include little video introduction to the assignment as well? So, and also thinking about storytelling. And so I'll show you my example I contributed to this assignment as well. So here is the assignment that I designed for this concept. So what is your definition of art? I'm hoping that they will bring in their own ideas and what they value surrounding this question. How does it apply to your life? Look around your room, apartment, house. Think about what you do well, what activities you enjoy, the cultural activities you participate in or have been a part of your life. Then share it with us. Using voice or video allows us to feel more connected and to get the nuances of spoken communication that get lost in writing. So I also explained why we're using this format of flip, and because I think it's really important to, clue them in. They're, usually adult or young adult students, and so I wanted to explain why we're not doing this as a written assignment. So I include the 4 things that go into this initial post, which is what I'm calling sharing. So that's what they get. That's what they need to include for a grade. And then what they need to get a grade for their responses is to respond to 2 other posts that you connect to. Perhaps you learn something new. Perhaps you share a similar view, talent, hobby, or background. Make sure your answers are substantial, full sentences, and full of support and compassion, because people are being vulnerable. And then I'm very grateful for all of these beautifully written instructions with these icons, because I can't imagine having to write these myself. But I'm very inspired moving forward about how to include things like these in my assignments. So again, these were created by the facilitators for this fascinating. All right, and then it includes grading criteria so that they understand, again, how they get points both for their first post and then their responses, And then I'll go ahead and show you. Boy, I hope the audio works. I really did have some trouble with this. Hopefully, fourth time is the charm. A little bit of a learning curve for me on this. But I included my example as the first post here, so I'll go ahead and play it for you.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I go by Sarah. And my preferred pronouns are she, her. And what was the next thing? My definition of art is like super broad and super specific at the same time. So I would say it just is an extension of any human endeavor, right? Like it's I see it everywhere and it can be used for anything. And so it could be, yes, it could be used as self-expression, but it's also, it bought and paid for. And, as much as it can be used in really positive ways, it could be also used in negative ways, as we'll learn in the class. And I think a lot of people tend to think of it more sort of like, what's a hobby? It's like, this nice thing. But, I was raised by an artist and, those things paid the bills. And so it can be a living. And would like to reinforce that narrative more and more so people feel more confident about pursuing the arts. Anywho's, but in my own life, I said, my dad is an artist. My mom is also a very, very talented artist. And I usually say, well, like, I don't do anything or make anything. And that's very true. But I'm also starting to see myself now more as an artist, sort of in unconventional ways. So, like, I'm creative in my teaching. I'm a curator. All of those things I definitely see as an art form. And so, yeah, thank you for listening. Nice to meet you.
So yeah, I think you can see the hope is that you can see that I was able to share a lot about myself, a lot about my background, and how I was raised, and not only sort of my philosophy about art, but how I'm a creative individual. And yeah, so the idea is that people will bring in a lot of themselves and also how they think and their perspectives and values. And then they're encouraged to connect positively with each other. And yeah, I hope it's successful. And I really like the Flipgrid format for this discussion. So thanks for watching.